Hey everyone, this is Linda from brewneuf.com coming at you with this week's beer news, beer events all around Florida and in the Jacksonville area. I'm calling this Let's Get a Beer Florida. Now this week I'm coming at you from downtown Tallahassee, where I'm attending the Tap Invitational hosted by Proof Brewing. I was at the party last night, the kickoff event over by Madison Social. What a fun time that was. And today, being September 30th, we will be attending the Florida Tap Invitational over at Proof. This beer fest is a little unique, has a bunch of rare and limited release beers, things that you might not see, and there are over 40 Florida breweries attending that. So that's where I'm at this week. All right, let's get going with some news first of all. Yesterday, Intuition in Jacksonville announced that it will be releasing Irma IPA, brewed with Southern Swells, Engine 15, and Aardwolf, all Jacksonville breweries, to benefit those affected by Hurricane Irma. It'll be released in 12-ounce cans. It'll be coming soon, so stay on the lookout for that. And kudos to those guys for doing that. This was an idea that came about through Green Bench Brewing in St. Pete, and regionally up in Jacksonville, Intuition had taken the lead on that and recruited a couple of other breweries to take part, so stay tuned for that. Also in big news, Florida Brewers Guild, the annual barrel-aged sour and cider fest will be held at Intuition on December 9th in Jacksonville. And those tickets just went on sale the other day, so get your tickets for that. Promises to be a really fun time there. All right, what else do we have going on? As far as feature stories, I recently made a visit to Dirty Ore Beer Company in Cocoa Village, and check out the lead story on brewneuf.com right now about Dirty Ore Beer Company. Really, really fun place. I enjoyed the beers, and co-owners Pat and Chris are a couple of friends of mine, known them for a few years, met them at a brewery where they were bartending, so I was thrilled to get a look at that place. I also shot the video there a couple of weeks ago as well. All right, so those are some things that we're starting off with. Now hey, it's still Oktoberfest. Lots of Oktoberfest celebrations going on around Florida, around Jacksonville, and we're going to run through some of those as well as some other events. Okay, by the way, all of this stuff is on brewneuf.com, 2 events pages, so be sure to take a look at that and check that often because I update that a lot. Almost, well, every day I do that, so check those events, okay? So we've got today being September 30th, Orchid Island down in Vero is having its Spectrum Day and 3rd anniversary. Now they're pretty much known for their IPAs, and they're also doing a can release today. So if you're down in Vero, check that out. And you can also go to the Oktoberfest at Walking Tree Brewery down there in Vero. Now I made a visit there over the summer for their anniversary, wrote about that. That was a fun time. So down in Vero, you guys got a couple of things going on today. All right, otherwise, Fort Myers Brewing in Fort Myers is having its Oktoberfest. I was there a couple of years ago. Great place. It was still under construction then, but it's a place I really want to go back to. Also, Hop Life Brewing in Port St. Lucie with its grand opening today. Sour Saturdays continue at Bog Brewing. They've been doing some Berliner Weisses and some tarts, and I've had a few of those. Those have been really good. Back up in Jacksonville, it's the first Oktoberfest for Atlantic Beach Brewing. They're doing a patio party up there. So around Jack's Beach, check that one out. Also, we've got another Oktoberfest, this one in South Florida. Due South is holding a weekend-long Oktoberfest party. So down there in Boynton Beach, check it out. One of my favorite places to go. Love it down there, okay? Also, we've got another one in Jacksonville. Engine 15 having an Oktoberfest all-afternoon party at its downtown location. The Engine 15 events are always a lot of fun. Stein hoisting, games, Big Leader, the Mass, get that. You'll get some discounts on the refills all month long of October. And I mentioned the Proof Brewing Tap Invitational, that's today. DeLand Bacon and Brewfest, and over in St. Pete, halfway there to Tampa Bay Beer Week. Yeah, halfway, right? Tampa Bay Beer Week be coming up in March again. FBG Fest, Huna Day. March is a big, big time over there in the Tampa area. So if you're over there, halfway to Beer Fest, or halfway to Beer Week. Okay, we've got a couple of things going on also on Sunday, October 1st. Southern Swells in Jacks Beach will be having its first bottle release, the Awkward Morning Triple IPA. I did a preview story on this on brewniff.com. Give it a read, a little bit of background on the beer, and they're kind of known for their New England style IPAs now. So give that a read and you'll get a little insight into why they like them so much. Also, Cypress and Grove Brewing has an Oktoberfest on Sunday, October 1st. I was there a few weeks ago and also wrote about those guys. They're in a former ice plant in Gainesville. So if you're around Gainesville area, check those guys out. Now there are lots of other events. These are just the highlights, some of the bigger events. But up in Jacks, okay, we've got Alewife will be doing a beer school on Tuesday, and there'll be bingo night at Southern Swells in Jacks Beach. On Wednesday the 4th, there's an Oktoberfest at downtown Jacksonville Art Walk in downtown Jacks. It promises to be bigger than what they've done before, so around Jacksonville on Wednesday, check that out. Also, you can drink beer and paint some rocks at Brews in Bartram Park. That sounds like a fun time. And of course, it is the mother of all beer fests, starting Thursday, October 5th, GABF. Do we need any other letters? No. GABF, Great American Beer Fest, Denver, 3 days. Oh my gosh, I was there 2 years ago in 2015, had a blast. Just thousands and thousands of people in Denver for this. And if you ever get the chance to go to Denver for GABF, do it, do it, do it. It's a bucket list thing. Guys will love it there. We've got some other events going around on the Jacksonville area. Tap night with First Magnitude at Dick's Wings and Nocatee. First Thursday beer bingo at Brews and Dogs in St. Augustine, to name a few. And that's going to bring us back to next Friday. I always like to look ahead at these things. So stay with me on brewniff.com, but giving you a heads up into next weekend. Beachside Brew Pub in Ormond Beach will be doing a 2-day Oktoberfest. I went to visit this place over the summer as well, wrote about it. Really cool place across the street from the beach in Ormond. Check it out if you're ever in that area. I think you guys will really like it there. Jacksonville Mom's Blog, getting back to Jacksonville next Friday, having a family night at Engine 15 downtown. And also Florida Oktoberfest Music Festival at Metropolitan Park in Jacksonville. That's going to be a weekend-long event. Also at Anheuser-Busch in Jacks, they're doing Oktoberfest. Then they run right into their haunted brewery, which will run all month long in October. So if you're up north of Jacksonville, that really sounds like a fun time. Next weekend also, we've got Funky Buddha doing its weekend-long Oktoberfest down there in Oakland Park. Everybody knows about Funky Buddha. If you haven't been there yet, it's a place you're gonna wanna check out. Lots of fun, good beer. You guys are familiar with them. We've got more events going on, tap takeovers, and then we get into next Saturday. There's an Oktoberfest at Green Room Brewing. Now guys, they're doing a boot this year at Green Room Brewing Oktoberfest. Get the discounts all month long as well. It's a cute little boot. I saw it. I'm going to get myself one of those next Saturday, October 7th, okay? Also, our friends in St. Pete, Green Bench Brewing, having their 4th anniversary next Saturday, October 7th. And in addition to that, our friends down at Tampa Bay Brewing Company holding Changes in Latitude Beer Fest benefit for the Florida Keys, also affected by Irma, and that'll be next Saturday. Big old beer fest out there, food, the whole bit. So if you're around West Chase, go check it out. And that's also a really cool spot. I've been there too. You guys will like that. Okay, going on. We've got Sailfish Brewing down in Fort Pierce with their Oktoberfest. Sounds like a great time. I've been there as well for their anniversary party. Great place, the new place. Lots of fun there. Another Oktoberfest at 26 Degree Brewing in Pompano. Southern Swells will be doing a very basic Oktoberfest on the 7th, where they're tapping an Oktoberfest beer. Elsewhere, we've got 1010 Brewing with 1010 Fest in Orlando, also on the 7th. Big music fest down there. I've been there too, wrote about them a year or so ago. So if you're in Orlando, check out those guys. We've got some other things going on, as I mentioned. Some other things are repeating weekend long. And then that will bring us into October the 8th. Pinellas Ale Works with its Pawtoberfest on October the 8th. Now I could go on and on, but all of this stuff is on brewniv.com. Check it out. And just want to mention, we do have some upcoming events in October. Oktoberfest Tampa will be happening. 3-day fest out there. I was there a couple of years ago. Coppertail has their Dunkel out there. Great fest out there on the water. Also, Rocky Water Brew Fest will be October 14th, and Intracoastal is the lead brewery on that. Get your tickets at Intra or get them online. I love that fest. Got a little messed up last year with Matthew, but they did redo it last year, and it should be back and better than ever this year as well. Also, some other things we're watching. Bold City Brewery with its 9th anniversary in Jacksonville will be on October 21st, along with Oktoberfest at European Street over in the Riverside area. So that is always one fun party. I ran into Bold City last night, by the way, at the bar in the hotel. Okay, a couple other things that we're watching out for. Marker 48 over there in Weeki Wachee, Brooksville area, will be doing its Oktoberfest October 13th, and they'll be doing Running of the Wieners. So that sounds like a great time out there as well. All right, also keep your eye out. Florida Georgia weekend at the end of October, Pinglehead Phobia Fest coming up. And let's just look a little bit into November, because Intuition, I've already mentioned them a couple times, Intuition with its 7th anniversary in November, and I know another fan favorite, Civil Society in Jupiter, with an anniversary also in November, doing a block party. Tickets for that going on sale soon. Hey guys, thanks for listening. Stay up to date with all these events on brewniv.com. Enjoy Oktoberfest, and we will see you out and about Florida somewhere with a beer. So get a beer, Florida. See you next week for the video, and have a great week, everybody.